but it's a start. So I went into a little bit bigger pocket and found a little bit better fish. So I'm gonna power pull or toweling down, and I'm gonna fish this little pocket here with this chug bug for a minute, see if I can't catch any more fish. A little bit better fish here. Back in this little cove again, still. And, not a giant, but it'll be the first keeper. 15-inch fish. Definitely not a giant, but it is the first keeper. It's just a touch over 15. I mean, just barely touched the line. But I did happen to notice there's a bunch of beds back there. So let me let this one go real quick. Well, I was moving back here. I hadn't even got a chance to turn my camera on, but I was looking at a bedroom fish. Threw my chug bug right over the top of it, and it ate it. It's a little fat female getting ready to lay some eggs. So, not quite a keeper there, but it gives me hope. Okay, so I moved in right on top of it so you can see. But right here, there's a big white circle, and it's all little gravel rock. That there is what a bed looks like, and all of this around here is all the muck and stuff, and they cleared it out, and that's where they're gonna lay their eggs if they haven't already. Okay, so now that I found several fish in the back of this cove, I bet you I could probably catch 8 to 10 more out of this cove, burn around it with the top water, see if I can't pick up some active fish. Keep an eye out, keep scanning, looking for those little white circles in the water. And then if you get a chance, get up close, see if there's a fish on there. Usually there's a buck this time of year right before the spawn up there making the bed. But if you get up there and you see a male and a female paired up, that's when it can be really interesting, because you can probably catch both of them. If they're both good fish, you can jump your limit for the day up really quick. So let's burn around this, see what I can do, see if I can't find a pair bedded up. But I imagine it's going to be a challenge, because I haven't seen any females really locked on beds. They're just out browsing. Another small keeper Kentucky. And another small keeper Kentucky. Not much weight there, but the keepers are here. So, well, that sun's pretty bright. There, that should be a fish. There's a little log in the water. There. Ooh, had it. Sucked it under, and I didn't get a hook set on it. So I'm gonna change baits. I'm gonna go to the bottom, see if I can't get it to bite, because it looks like it's possibly a pretty decent fish. Ooh, he bit. Get back up underneath that rock. Let's see if I can't entice it to bite again. So the fish wanted that top water, came up, blew up on it, missed it. So I threw in a little creature bait and caught it. It's got some leeches in his mouth. But yeah. So you just saw how that fish blew up on my top water. Then I pitched in a little creature bait. And you can do that anytime you're fishing top water, not just when you're trying to bed fish for them or fishing when they're spawning. You get out here, you're fishing along a bank, it could be middle of summer, you could be out in the middle of nowhere, out in the middle of the lake, open water. You get a good fish to blow up on it, you don't get them, throw a fluke or some kind of just little slow falling bait. They'll mimic a shad or whatever species you're using as a target. And those fish will usually ambush it on the fall, because what they're doing is they're coming up slapping at it usually. If they're not eating it, they're slapping at it, wounding it, and then as it would flutter down like a dying shad or whatever the bait fish is, then they'll come back and ambush it. So if they miss it, they don't come after it after about 2 or 3 good jerks. Reel it in really quick, throw in a little bait or jig, whatever you have tied on, let it fall, and 9 times out of 10 they'll hammer it on the fall, and you'll see your line jump if you don't feel it in the rod. So that's something to remember whenever you guys get out there and you're fishing that topwater. If they miss it the first time, cast in there again if you think that they'll come back at it. But if you don't think they're going to come back at it, you know the fish is there, take your time, throw a little creature bait or a fluke or something in on there, and they'll come back after that usually and hit that instead, and you'll get a better hook set usually. Throwing treble hooks is a whole lot easier than if you jack them really hard with a regular, 5 or 6 aught hook. There's a big one. Woo. There's a 2.5, 3 pounder. There's a good fish. Really flat bank. Let me show you guys. This bank over here, it's all pea gravel right up there. And the perfect spawning area. It's really flat. I'm sitting in 7 foot right here. And all kinds of stuff for them to spawn on. Sitting up underneath that walkway for protection. That's a good fish. Long cast. Shallow point. Clear water. Equals off the bank. Cast a little bit off the bank. There's one. Got him. They're not giants. They're not the keepers you'd be looking for in a big bass bash tournament. But it gives you an idea that they're being active. They're chasing these things. It's so much fun. Oh, I love topwater fishing. Ooh, that's another fat Kentucky. I would have just called out the little Kentucky. Fat little Kentucky. There we go. There's a 3 pounder. Sitting way back there. She's ready to spawn. She's just waiting on the right bed. That's a stout fish. Maybe 2 3/4. That's a good one. Well guys, there you have it. Went out, had a fun time throwing topwater. For the big bass bash, if I was to fish it, there's 3 things I would do. I would fish outside of spawning pockets on the bottom with a creature bait or a lizard or something of that sort, even a jig. Or I would just beat the bank with a buzz bait or a topwater of some sort or a square bill. You're fishing the big bass bash. You're after one big bite, and I'd have to say your bigger bite's going to come from a buzz bait or even maybe a whopper plopper. I mean, I guess that would be a decent bait. It's hard to say. It all depends on what the sun does. If this water temperature keeps rising as fast as it has, those guys that are good at sight fishing, they might get out there and they might be able to sack up 2 or 3 good fish and have a have a one heck of a day out there. But it'll just have to all depend on the weather. I just say fish your strengths, fish what you know. These fish are moving one direction to the back, so wherever you feel confident in, more towards the back or where you think those big girls are sitting to spawn, that's what I would be doing. So I'll get on the water again. I'll try and get another video. I've got so much backlogged, but I'll try and get another one uploaded before this weekend so you guys have more to dial in on. Alright, you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.